Luckily, the weather is on our side today. The sun and I are pleased to offer you a warm welcome. A very warm good evening and a heartily welcome all of you. Thank you all for finding time and participating in today's webinar. We are honored to have our resource person, Arwinder Kaur Punja, and we are extremely happy to welcome you, ma'am. I, Swati U, Assistant Professor, Department of IEC, VKIT, welcome all the participants on behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Technology for today's webinar on facilities provided by banks and it is mark of our undying tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of any important event. Like the great philosopher once said, the function of prayer is not to influence, but rather to change the nature of one who prays. I like to call Chinmay 6M IEC Department VKIT for the invocation song.
ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ ಮೊದಲ್ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ ಬಂದ ವಿಘ್ನ ಕಳೆಯೋ ಗಣನಾಥ ಮೊದಲ್ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ ಆದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದ ಪೂಜಿಸಿದ ಧರ್ಮರಾಯ ಆದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದ ಪೂಜಿಸಿದ ಧರ್ಮರಾಯ ಸಾಧಿಸಿದ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಗಣನಾಥ ಸಾಧಿಸಿದ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಗಣನಾಥ ಮೊದಲ್ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ ಹಿಂದೆ ರಾವಣನು ಮದದಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನ ಪೂಜಿಸದೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ರಾವಣನು ಮದದಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನ ಪೂಜಿಸದೆ ಸಂದರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಣನಾಥ ಸಂದರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಣನಾಥ ಮೊದಲ್ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ ಮಂಗಳ ಮೂರುತಿ ಗುರುರಂಗ ವಿಠಲನ್ನ ಪಾದ ಮಂಗಳ ಮೂರುತಿ ಗುರುರಂಗ ವಿಠಲನ್ನ ಪಾದ ಭೃಂಗನೆ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ಗಣನಾಥ ಪಾದ ಭೃಂಗನೆ ಪಾಲಿಸೋ ಗಣನಾಥ ಮೊದಲ್ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಮೊದಲ್ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಮೊದಲ್ ವಂದಿಪೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಗಣನಾಥ. Thank you.
I think it's a network issue. Let's proceed. So before we start, I would like to say 95% of the women would be so enthusiastic to know the current price of gold. That would keep them satisfied for the rest of the day. Likewise, all of us would be glad if we are updated with the banking status. What are all the facilities provided by the bank which is available for us? Yeah. So, for this is a great opportunity for all of us to get updated upon what are all the facilities that are being provided for us. If there are young souls, young minds out there who would like to become an entrepreneur one day, I think this is again a best opportunity for them to know more about what are all the facilities they would be getting. Even before we start, I would like to explain how you can talk to us during this webinar. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat box below during the presentation. And please do wait until the complete webinar is ended. At the end of the webinar, you will have a question and answer session wherein all your questions will be answered. So let's make the best of today's talk. I hope all of your questions and queries will be answered in today's talk. So without any further delay, I would like to welcome our resource person to start with the webinar.
First of all, I would like to ask Sari for the network issues. Before you speak, listen. Before you write, think. Before you spend, earn. Before you invest, investigate. Before you retire, save. Good evening to one and all. On behalf of Janata Education Society and Vivekananda Institute of Technology, a very warm welcome to one and all for the webinar on facilities or services provided by Bank in India, organized by the Department of Information Science and Engineering, Vivekananda Institute of Technology, Bangalore. I, Dr. N.P. Netravati, Professor and Head Department of ISE, extend my heartily welcome to our resource person, Arwinder K. Punja, Relationship Manager, Axis Bank, Jayanagar, Bangalore. She is dedicated, ardent, and outspoken, some of the core of her capabilities. She strives for her quality in all her endeavors and ensure relationships are built and preserved along the way. She possesses the ability to meet her deadlines while maintaining a significant standard of performance. She has extensive knowledge in administering a team to advance and accomplish goals required by the company. Currently, she is working in Axis Bank, Bangalore as a priority relationship manager. She worked in Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, C Square Info Solutions Private Limited, Wipro E Peripherals Solutions Limited, Bangalore. She also worked in Standard and Post Capital IQ Hyderabad, Jonaja Overseas Private Limited, Mohali, Radisson Blue Hotel, Greater Noida. And about her education, she has done MBA, major finance and minor HR. With this introduction, I would like to welcome once again today's resource person, Arwinder K. Punja. Welcome, ma'am. Now, I'm delighted to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Kumar Kenchegoda. Welcome, sir. I cordially welcome our Vice Principal, Dr. D.B. Chandrasekhar, sir. Welcome, sir. I would also welcome all heads of the department, teaching and non-teaching staffs, and my dear students. I extend my warm welcome to all the participants for showing their interest and patience to attend this webinar. Thank you. If you won't be healthy, think of saving as well as getting. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you for your patience. Thank you.
I would welcome our resource person to start with the webinar with no further delay.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, Dr. Netravati, for a warm introduction speech about me. I'm Arwinder Punja, and as you all know, I'm working in Axis Bank as a relationship manager. As you all know, that working in bank, it's very important. And what exactly is a bank? Basically, in a simple language, it's a financial institution where customers save and borrow money, right? So, is this the only thing which bank does? It's a very vast concept. So banking basically, not only keeps the money, they also invest customers' money and help them to grow their money. For example, a customer has 100 rupees and they want to grow their 100 rupees into 200. So bank guides them. Bank also guides them how they can take loan and build their dream future, how they can take their business into other level. So, what exactly is the need of the banks? So, before establishment of the banks, what happened was there used to be money lenders who used to give money to individuals who require money on their daily basis or during their requirements, financial requirements. They used to charge huge interest. So that's why the bank came, and they are the organized banking sector came, where which is regulated by the government. So basically, what banking does is they provide a security for the savings of the customers. They do a proper track where the money is coming from and where the money is going, and it gives the confidence to an individual that their money is safe in the hands of a banks which is organized by a government. Now the next question is, who actually regulates the banking sector in India? And the answer is the RBI. RBI is the gatekeeper of banking. RBI is one place which controls the issue and supply of Indian rupee. RBI is the one thing which gives the rules for which all the banks has to abide on. Okay. Now, in this scenario, basically in this pandemic, it's become very necessary in this modern area to have proper facilities given by the bank. So, what are the basic facilities which are given in today's era, in today's modern era? So, first thing is account opening or account accepting deposits. For example, you are going and opening an account in any of the bank. What you see is you enter a bank, numerous people are sitting. So do not get confused. Go inside, and there is always a welcome desk inside a bank. Just reach there and ask them about account opening. They will guide you. So when you open an account, what you have been given an account number, a customer ID, and many other things. The first is an account number, second is the customer ID, right? Why a customer ID is being given? Because account number is not easy to memorize. So customer ID is easy to understand, easy to memorize, so that you can operate from any place. Second is, with your account number and customer ID, you have been given a passbook. Why a passbook is given? Because so that you can have a proper track where your money is coming from, where your money is going, what are the expenditures you have done, where all you have paid your money, what are the charges are being applied for doing the transactions. Other thing is, with passbook you have been given a debit card. Now what exactly is a debit card? And a checkbook, right? Now let's come with a debit card first. Debit card is a plastic which you can carry anywhere and you can access it anywhere whenever you require. For example, you are in a need of money, you just go to a nearest ATM machine, just withdraw the money using a pin, and never share that pin with anyone. All right, you can just use it, or you can even use it in the shopping places as well. So instead of taking the hard cash, you can just take that debit card and use it. The next part is the checkbook. Just give me a moment. I guess my system is giving some problem. I apologize for the inconvenience. So next is the check payment. So why the checkbook is being given? For example, you cannot keep paying your payments with a cash, right? That's why a check is being given. As you can see in the screen, in the check, there's an example which we have given as a check. There's a crossing of the check in the, if you can see top left corner, there's account pay, right? So why account pay and the crossing it happens? So that it shouldn't go into a wrong hands. It cannot be encashed. For example, a check is lying down with some signatures. Anybody can encash. But if you have done the crossing and account pay is on top of it, nobody can encash it. It has to pay to a particular person itself. Then you can see pay to T. Srinivasan. Now, when it has been written T. Srinivasan, it means it has to be paid to Mr. T. Srinivasan itself. Now, how we as a bankers will come to know that whom we have to pay, because there will be so many people in the name of T. Srinivasan. Then there is a challan. Whenever you enter a bank, there are some forms lying there. Just take a help of any of the banking executives. They will guide you how to fill up the challan. There you have to mention the correct account number, correct IFSC code of the bank of Mr. T. Srinivasan. What is IFSC code? IFSC code is the exact code of a particular branch of a particular bank of any place. All right. Now, as if you can see, it's written in the down, you can see some numbers 243053, right? Now, whenever a person asks from you what exactly is the check number, you have to see the down part. 243053 will be the check number which you have to mention. As I have already told you, so the account number, customer ID, debit cards, and checkbook is being given when you open an account. So let's start the next part, which is a credit card. Now, credit card is very similar to debit cards. But what's the major differences? In credit card, it's type of a loan which is being given to the individuals, and loan being given by the financial institutions to the customers so that they can use whatever amount they want to. For example, the credit card limit is 100 rupees, and in a particular month you have used up the 100 rupees. What you have to do is, in the second month, you have to pay back that 100 rupees. If you do not pay back the 100 rupees back to that financial institution, there will be charges applied, and there will be scoring of the credit score will decrease. Now, what is the credit score? Which I will explain you very soon. Now, for example, you have used up the 100 rupees. Either you do not have money to pay back that 100 rupees in the second month because of some financial crisis. What we suggest you is always pay the minimum balance. For example, the minimum balance is 10 rupees. So always pay rupees 10 so that your credit score should not decrease. Now, what exactly is a credit score? Credit score is a score which has been given to each and every individual who has an account in the banks. Credit score helps to take loans. Credit score helps to know the credibility of a customer, to know whether a customer will pay back the given money by a bank or not. It has been managed by CIBIL, which is a company which manages whether you have account in Axis Bank or ICICI or SBI. It doesn't matter. It is being regulated by CIBIL. All right. So it is very necessary to have a healthy CIBIL score for so that keep paying your credit card bills. If in case you are not able to pay, always pay the minimum balance due with some extra charges so that your credit score should be healthy. All right. So let's come to the next point, which is ATM services. Now, today's era, it's during this pandemic time, it became difficult to go to the banks. So it was easy to just go to the nearest ATM and withdraw the money. So is this the only thing which a bank ATM services of any particular bank will provide? No, right? In the ATM, you can even deposit cash. You can access your account here and there. You can change your mobile number. You can even book an FD as well. FD is fixed deposit. So there are many facilities being provided in an ATM machine for the customers. So as it's been mentioned in the slide, the key advantages of ATM is 24-hour availability. Yes, you can go anytime in the nearest ATM and take your cash. Second is the elimination of labor cost. Obviously, there will be camera and a security person. Third is the convenience of location. So next come to home or online banking. As the name mentions, home or online banking. So sitting at home, you can do all the transactions, right? Such as transferring money. Anybody requires money. A person has to pay a school fee. You can do that sitting at home. Paying bills. Previously, for the electricity bill, we have to go and stand in a queue. Now, just sitting at home, just add the beneficiary and we can pay the bills. So, these are the facilities being given by a bank to the customers for being digital instead of keep coming to a bank and wasting, their precious time. And the next is mobile banking. In the mobile itself, you can access your account as mentioned in the photograph. You can just see in the green color box, right? It's been written 24/7. It means anytime, day, night, you can access your account from your mobile. You can see where all you have paid your money, from where the money is coming from. Second is in the yellow box, you can see yellow orangish transfer funds. Anyone requires money abroad or in other city of any of your relatives, just add the beneficiary, wait for some time, and you can transfer the money. Now, how much time normally it takes to add a beneficiary? Adding a beneficiary you can add immediately, but to reflect in a system, it takes normally 30 minutes of time. Sometimes it's faster as well, but minimum is 30 minutes, which we as a banker has to inform the customer. And then you can see in the blue, darkest blue, you can see check balances. Yes, you can check your balance anytime on your phone. And then schedule payments. For example, you have to pay the water bill every month. You can just schedule it. Receive alerts in red side. You have transferred some money, you have paid any bill, you will keep getting alerts that yes, you have done it, so that it avoids the fraudulent activities. In the blue you see orangish, you see pay bills. Then in down blue you see scheduled transfers. Yes, for example, a person gets the salary and wants to transfer some money to any of their family member every month. They can just schedule the transfers from the mobile itself. One major thing which I wanted to share with you, with everyone, is never share your OTPs, because OTP is something which is for you. Password is something which is for you, not for everyone. Do not even share that password or OTP with any of the banking officials as well. Even they ask once or twice as well, never share that. Because if you share, that's how there is a start of the fraudulent activities. All right. So the next point is money transfer or remittance of funds. In banking term, in a bank we use remittance of funds, but in a simple language, it is money transfer. You have to transfer money abroad. Yes, it's very convenient these days with the help of your mobile applications, online applications, and with the bank executives. You can transfer money sitting at any place to any place. All right. Next, the third point is lockers. As you all know, you cannot keep your hard cash at home all the time. You have to keep at somewhere which is safe, which is trustworthy. So there comes these banks where you can keep your money in a lockers. Yes, with some charges to be applied for. So these lockers, if you see, for example, a husband and wife goes and husband has a locker. Can a wife go next day and operate the locker? No, because the locker is on husband's name. It means it's that secure. And the locker keys, for example, has to be first, it has to be opened by the bank official, and next step is to open by the customer. And is it allowed for anybody to enter the lockers? The answer is no. Only the official and the person who has a locker is allowed. Afterwards, the official also has to stand outside so that the customer can access their items. And to be frank, there's a mirror as well in the lockers. Why is, for example, in our Indian brides, sometimes, they keep their gold in the lockers. So what happens is they have to go and they can wear the gold, they can access their lockers, wear gold, can see how they look, and then go to a marriage hall. That's why in the lockers we also provide this mirrors as well. So the next step is currency exchange. For example, you are going in to travel abroad. Every country has different currencies, right? So for example, you are going to US. In US, you have to use dollars. You can exchange in any of the bank branch. You just take the money, get it exchanged in dollars, and you can go abroad. Next is advancing of loans, one of my favorite topic. People take loans either to fulfill their dreams of buying house or to expand their few businesses. So that's why banks come in a picture where they give loans. Now, what type of loans we normally provide? Two-wheeler loans, car loans, home loans, business loans, personal loans, and many other. Now, whom we can give loans? Normally, we give loans to people who are salaried and who has their own business. Salaried because we have to see the salary slips, how much a person is earning and how much we can give the loan. Second is for business owners, we see the ITRs, income tax returns. We calculate how much we can give, how much is their already running loans, and accordingly we give the loans to individuals. Now 13 is overdraft. I don't know why, in the slide it's been not come. We apologize for that. Overdraft is a facility which is being given to the customers so that they can use it. And whatever they use, that will be charged to them. For example, you have taken an overdraft facility of 100 rupees and you have used only 10 rupees out of 100. So you will be charged for 10 rupees for out of 100, all right? Not for full 100 because you have used only 10 rupees out of 100. So that is the facility which is being given by the bank to the customers, provided the banks will see the income tax returns and the salary slips. Now the next is bank guaranteed. Bank guaranteed is a guarantee given by a bank to any of the officials for the customers that they will pay back the money. So if in case any default happens. The next is general insurance. General insurance is the insurance being given other than death. For example, these are the insurances which are normally very common in India. One is health insurance, Any uncertainty happens with respect to accident, a person is hospitalized, health insurance company will take care of everything. Traveling insurance, a person is traveling and there is a loss of baggage, travel insurance companies will take care of that. Motor insurance is a two-wheeler and four-wheeler insurances. Any scratch, anything happens to your vehicle, and then these companies comes in a picture. Home insurance is any theft happens or any fire happen to a house, then home insurance companies will pay the money to the customers. Next is the mobile insurance. If you lost a mobile, fire insurance, if any fire happens in a building, these companies will take care of it. All right. Next is life insurance plans. Now, banks also provide some plans which is being given for the security of the individuals, for security of the family either. Now, I'll just give you one example. For example, someone's expenditure is 1 lakh per month. A person with 1 lakh expenditure, our recommendations are to have a coverage of at least 2 crores. The reason why we recommend for taking for 2 crores is any uncertainty happens and 2 crores goes to a nominee, even if they books fixed deposit with a minimum of 6% returns, with that they get 12 lakh income per year, and 12 lakhs divided by 12 is 1 lakh per month. So when a person is there, 1 lakh is the expenditure. When any uncertainty happens, then 1 lakh is sufficing the family. That's how we help in giving the life insurance plans for the customers. Okay? Why it's been given? To secure the family, to financially secure the family. Okay? Next are the investment plans. Now, every individual have plans for kids' education, for marriages, retirements. We as bankers, we guide the customers where to invest, how to grow your money, how you can use up your money for your future retirement or inheritance. The next is consultancy services for high-end customers. So basically, for high net worth individuals, banks appoints relationship managers so that they can help them to grow their money from 100 to 200 or 300 as per the requirement of the customers. So as I mentioned while opening an account, these are the basic things which we normally take care, and these facilities are being provided by the banks. Also, there are accounts with respect to a particular customer as well. For example, someone loves to travel and we give account with the cards where there is a launch facilities. A person goes to an airport and access the launch, can relax there since the time their flight will come. Or someone who does a lot of shopping or goes for movies, we have cards with discount offers in mobile in movies and some online transactions. All right, so these are the basic facilities which are being given by banks, and if any doubts you have, I'm always a message away. Do drop message to me for anything. I am always available. Hope it was clear, and if any doubts are there, please let me know. I'll solve all your queries at the moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom. That was a very informative session, to be frank. So we have few questions from the participant side. So I will be asking you one after the other. Hope you give them the answer and be satisfied with it. The first question is, after adding
Definitely.
verification, how long it will take to do the transaction?
After adding the beneficiary, you have to
How
wait for
long
30. You have to
transaction? Yeah.
wait for 30 minutes and then immediately can transfer the money. Now, for transferring the money, there are three types of transactions which you normally do. One is IMPS, second is RTGS, third is NEFT. Now, IMPS is immediately, but you cannot transfer more than 2 lakhs. Second is RTGS and third is NEFT. For NEFT, the minimum transaction is 1 and RTGS as well. For RTGS, sorry, the minimum transaction is 2 lakhs. For NEFT is rupee 1. So yes, you can transfer immediately, but you have to wait for 30 minutes after adding the beneficiary.
Okay. The second question being asked is, when one opts for bank guarantee, does the customer have to deposit the money with the bank?
No, the customer doesn't have to deposit. We see the transactions and we see their credit abilities, like their ITR, their balance sheet, profit and loss statement, so that bank should be able to know whether a customer will is liable to pay the money back or not.
Okay. These were the questions asked from the participant side. I do have few questions that I need to ask you. One question is that for the startups, government has announced 3 years of exemption over the tax. So
Yes.
if we get or claim for a credit card for a business account, is that possible? If we don't have any IT returns or any salary pay slip to be shown, is there any possibility that we can claim for a credit card for a business account?
No, credit cards, you will not be able to get the credit cards. But there is other type of credit card which you can get with the fixed deposit. You have to do some fixed deposit. On that fixed deposit, we give 75 percentage, or some other banks give have their other norms. So yes, you can get, but you have to deposit some money in the account. One, if in case in the same place you have started a startup and you want a loan, there is a mudra loan which individuals can apply for.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I have one more question. Can you just tell me what are all the add-ons on MSME loans that wasn't there before the release of the 2020 budget? What's new with the MSME loans now?
Basically, in the MSME new loans, the information has not been given to the individual banks as for now. It has just launched, and we have not started providing in the banks. So I would
Okay.
request you to just wait for some time so that I can get back to you for that.
Okay. Sure, ma'am. Thank you. I hope the participants are happy with their questions answered. So, before ending any event, or any event wouldn't get complete without thanking all the ones who were who stood as a support for the complete event. So, I would like to welcome Mrs. Priyanka Hichui, Assistant Professor, IAC Department, to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Swati. Good evening, one and all. I, Priyanka Hwi, Assistant Professor, Department of ISC, take this opportunity as a privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of entire fraternity of VKIT, I extend my sincere thanks to Janata Education Society for their continuous support and encouragement for conducting this webinar. I extend my thanks to our resource person Arwinder Punja ma'am for making this webinar interesting and meaningful. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
I sincerely thank our beloved principal, Dr. Kumar Kenchegowda sir, for providing all possible supports towards organizing this webinar. Thank you, sir. I thank Dr. D.V. Chandrasekhar sir, Vice Principal, who has always been a great support in organizing such webinars. Thank you, sir. I am happy to extend my thanks to our beloved HOD, Dr. N.P. Netravati ma'am, for her moral support and guidance. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
My heartfelt thanks to all the heads of various departments, teaching, non-teaching staffs, and students for their valuable guidance and encouragement. Last but not least, I thank all the participants for showing their interest towards this webinar. Once again, I thank everyone for making this event a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mom. Mom, we have one more question from the participant side. There's one who's requesting for a better clarity upon what are all the provisions with respect to the loans that is provided by the bank.
What exactly the type of loan they are looking for?
They haven't mentioned anything in particular. They've just mentioned if you can give them a better clarity about what are all the types of loans or what's the provision that's given in a bank.
So we have people who are working, salaried people, we provide personal loans. And on the basis of that, they can even take two-wheeler loans, car loans, home loans. People who have their own businesses can offer business loans, audit facilities, bank guarantees if they get any project, and many other. So that's why I asked a particular loan, or you can just share my number with them so that if they are particularly looking for that, I can help them out. And what are the documents also required, I can help.
Okay, thank you, Mom. That's great. So I would like to thank you again for bringing in such an informative session. I think this would be of a great relief for many of them during this pandemic time. So it's great to get updated about what are all the facilities. So great thanks from my side too, Mom. Thanks a lot. So this is for all the participants. You will be getting the feedback link to your personal mail ID. So please do drop in your genuine feedback and get the certificate out of it. And also, please like, share, and subscribe the channel and keep waiting for the upcoming events and webinars that's going to come up in the channel. Thank you all.